are you feeling today? Joyful or fine? Joyful. I think some of you who are feeling sick. No, joyful. Are you all ready to listen? Okay, let us today in this session. Let us learn a quite amazing topic in this session. Are you all ready for that?
Yes.
Okay. So before going to start the class, I want to ask some questions. Tell me that we all are experienced the seasons, right? So we all are experienced different type of the seasons on our planet of Earth. So can you please list out the seasons names? Summer, winter, rainy. Okay. She gave some answers which is summer, winter and rainy. So as already I said that we experience the different types of the seasons on our planet of Earth, which are like summer, winter and rainy season. Right. So how can we identify and how can we recognize the seasons? Tell me. So on the basis of temperatures. If the temperature are high, we recognize that we thought that it is a summer. If the temperature are low, we thought that it is a winter. Right? So can you please tell me that another example to identify the seasons?
Earth revolving around.
Yes, very good. So there is a simple example. On the basis of the trees, we can easily identify the seasons. We can easily recognize the seasons, what it is. So for example, see, if it is a spring season, it shades with leaves. It shades with leaves and for example, if we take the summer season, it is vacation time for us, right? So we enjoyed a lot, we go for swimming and we had a great fun in the summer season. So in autumn season, if you observe in autumn season, the tree shades in red color and it starts fall down, right? Isn't it or not? We can clearly observe this. So the trees are shade their colors in autumn season. So see here, what about the winter? In particularly in winter, you won't see any trees or any leaves on the tree. Why? Because the winter season is very hot and dry, very cold and dry. Because of that, we won't see any leaves on the tree. So I thought the trees are best example for the season to recognize the seasons. Are you all agree with me? Yes. So why we are experiencing different seasons on our planet of Earth? What is happening actually? Do you know the reason? So some of you will thought when the Earth comes close to the sun, it is a summer. When the Earth goes away from the sun, it is a winter. Are you all thinking like that? No, not exactly. There is something happening in the space. So do you want to know what is happening in the space?
Yes.
So see here, before discussing about that, first let me know that the Earth movements. Do you know that how many movements are there for the Earth?
Two types of.
There are main two movements are there for our planet Earth. So one is the rotation. And the second one is revolution. So there are main two types of movements so one is a rotation and the second one is a revolution. Today's in this session we are going to learn about the revolution of Earth. To achieve from this topic are recognize, define, cease relationship, cause revolution of Earth. What do you mean revolution of Earth? So see here, when our planet is revolves around the sun, when the planet is revolves around the sun, this movement we call it as revolution of Earth. You can observe here the planet of Earth is round around the sun. So this movement we are call it as a revolution of Earth. Is it clear? What is the meaning of revolution? When the Earth is revolves around the sun in a circular motion, this movement we call it as a revolution of Earth. Where the revolution of Earth happens, there we can see that Earth position. Earth position will be there in different parts. Here in the picture you can see that Earth will be there in different parts. See, Earth is changing its position from one place to another place. According to the months wise, Earth will change its position. So before going to discuss about, let me know one thing. So observe this globe. There is one imaginary line which is passes through the center of the Earth. So what we call this imaginary line? This imaginary line we call it as the Earth axis. What is this? The Earth axis. The Earth rotates around this axis. Why I am explaining this imaginary line in the sense? Because this imaginary line plays a major role in all the seasons. Okay, so what is the axis? The imaginary line which is passes through the center of the Earth. That imaginary line we call it as a axis. Let us see how this imaginary line plays a major role in all the seasons. So first take this position. So let us discuss close to this position. In this position, if you observe this position, so the sun rays getting from this side, right? So I am drawing one imaginary line. Observe this line here, my dear students. Is it a straight line? Here, is this imaginary line is a straight line? No, it is somewhat tilted. Some bit more tilted. Tilted in the sense, it is like a straight line. And our Earth also not rotating upright. It's somewhat tilted, right? Can you able to observe here? So, here I am drawing one line which is divides the Earth into two equal halves. So, sun rays. So, the Earth is divided into two equal halves. This is the upper half and this is the lower half. If you observe the here, this lower portion is getting more sunlight. Isn't it or not? So, this lower portion is getting more sunlight. Here we experience that summer season. And here if you observe the upper portion, here the sun rays are very far and here this upper portion getting very less sunlight. Here we experience that winter season. Got it? So where in which portion we experience the very lot of sun rays. So here we experience the summer season. Where we experience the less sun rays, there we experience that winter season. Clear? So now let us see that another position of the Earth. Here in this portion, let us take this portion. Here the sun rays are falls on the Earth from this side. In this case, the condition was reversed. Again, I am drawing one imaginary line which is divides the Earth into two equal halves. If you observe this, the upper part here getting more sunlight. So this area we get summer season. And the lower part getting very less sun rays. Here we are getting that winter season. See the difference. Here compared to this case and this case, there is a condition differences are there. So which area getting the majority of the more sunlight, those area, that portion we call it as summer, and which portion getting less sunlight, we experience a winter season. Got it? Now what about this autumn and spring season? We have two more seasons, which is autumn season and spring season. So autumn season, let us explain about the autumn season. See here, autumn season will be experienced in between summer and winter. winter. See, here it is a summer and here it is a winter. Autumn season we experience in between summer and winter. Got it? How we can identify it is a autumn season? You can observe that the temperatures will gradually decrease in this autumn season, and also the tree leaves shade its colors. So by that, yes sir. So we can experience that autumn season. Next, see here, here we experience in this position we experience that spring season. Here the temperatures are increased. When we experience the spring season, in the sense in between that winter and summer, it will gradually increase. How you can observe that spring season? So automatically the trees falls down. See that new flowers and new leaves comes on the tree in spring season. Okay, so this is about that revolution of earth. So let us go to evaluation part. Define the term axis and give the reason why seasons are happening. So how summer season affects our life? What are the effects in summer season? How the autumn season making the relationship between summer and winter. Next, observe the revolution of earth and write the sequence of the seasons. And are seasons are important to us? If it is yes your answer, write why it is important to us. Next, why at the same time two seasons are happening. See, you can see here, two seasons are happening at the same time. So write the reason why. Predict when we experience monsoon season. Actually, this is I am giving as a home fun ma. I didn't explain about the monsoon season here. But how the monsoon season will experience, you yourself predict and write a note, and tomorrow we will discuss in the class. How monsoon season we will explain.